There were a few questions to answer. Question number 1. Why is that, Tawheed? Name the people in the pictures. Where are they? So one person, the main person is, all right, you could put that chair here. All children find that chair, interesting enough to play with it. So the first person, the most important person in the pictures is James Bond. In the first picture, he is, where is he? He is in the hotel.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Kuba.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Why this noise? It shouldn't be this noisy. Okay, so the first person is James Bond, and in the first picture, where is he? He is in the hotel room. He is in the hotel room. ये एकमात्र आंसर नहीं है. Somebody might say, sir, he's standing near the window in his hotel room. That's fine, no problems. In the second picture, where is he? He's in bed. He's in bed. And in the third picture, dear students, he is still there.
Good evening, sir.
In the fourth picture, there is a new character. Who's that girl? Mary, good night. Right. And she's outside the window, outside the room. In the fifth picture, they are both in the room. James pulls her in. And in the sixth picture, they are both in the bathroom. And in the seventh picture, it's these two, and then there is another person in the darkness. He is Hendrix. Is Hendrix? No, he's not Hendrix. He's a Scaramanga. Yeah. And in the last picture, we have Scaramanga pointing his gun at.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Priya. Now, next. How did Mary Goodnight get into the room? She इतना आसानी से बोलना भी नहीं, यही गलती हुई जब ऐसा पूछा गया हाउ डिड मैरी गेट इनटू द रूम. तो जिस रफ्तार से आप बोली, आप तैयार हो कि हम सही बोल रहे हैं? अपने दिमाग में हम क्या सोच रहे हो? हम सही बोल रहे हैं. तो मैं जब आपको करेक्ट करूंगा तो आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा रिपीट कर दोगे मेरी बात, एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगी. She got into the room. With reason though. वजह समझो. क्यों? Got is the V2 of get. In positive sentences, we need the second form of the verb. She got into the room through the window. Come again.
If there is not in the question, then we are writing the positive.
It is because in questions we use did before the subject and V1. We talked about it in the same unit, past simple. Did somebody V1? Did somebody V1? Did plus subject plus V1. Did you go? Did you sleep well last night? कल रात अच्छे सोए थे? Did you sleep well? Answer करेंगे I slept well. Yes, I did. I slept very well. Slept. Why did she come to find James Bond? Why did she come to find James Bond?
She was sent to inform James.
She came to find James Bond because she wanted to tell him about Hendrix. She wanted to tell him about Scaramanga. Okay. Who is in the hotel? Scaramanga was in the hotel. She came to tell James Bond that Scaramanga was in the hotel. Okay. Where did they go to talk? They went into the bathroom. What did Scaramanga say? This is not your lucky day, Mr. Bond. Yeah. What did he do? Russian accent. What did he do? He pointed his gun
Directly.
directly at James Bond. Read the story, find the lines in the text that go with each picture. We will listen and read simultaneously. Three point 8. 3.8.
The man with the golden gun.
Can the online students hear the audio?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
James Bond got back to his hotel room at midnight. The windows were closed and the air conditioning was on. Bond switched it off and opened the windows. His heart was still thumping in his chest. He breathed in the air with relief. Then he had a shower and went to bed. At 3:30, Bond suddenly woke up. James Bond got back to his hotel.
James Bond got back to his hotel. Got back to past tense. How do we know it is past tense? How do we know it is past tense? Look at the sentence. Because of the word got. Got is the V2 of get. He got back to his hotel room at midnight. When? At midnight, not midnight. At midnight. When? And at midnight is an adverb of time.
Time.
What is the adverb of time? At midnight. In this sentence. At midnight. He got back to his hotel room. Okay. And what is the adverb of place in this sentence? To his hotel.
Hotel room.
To
Is
his
a
hotel.
hotel.
He got back where? So to his hotel room is an adverb of place. At midnight is an adverb of time. When? At midnight. Where? To his hotel. Where did he get back? He got back to his. When did he get back to his hotel room? At midnight. James Bond got back to his hotel room at midnight.
The windows were closed.
The windows were closed. Tell me the part of a speech of the word closed. Quick. Can't give you this much time.
Adjective.
Adjective.
An
Which adjective?
adjective.
ED adjective. All right. The windows were closed. I know some people will look at it as passive voice sentence. Okay. Windows were closed. लेकिन मेरी बात समझना बेटा, यहाँ एक्शन का बात हो रहा है या स्टेट का बात हो रहा है? विंडोज किस स्टेट में थी, है ना? The windows were closed. The windows were closed. हिंदी क्या करेंगे बेटा? खिड़कियां बंद थी, राइट? बंद कर दी गई नहीं बोलेंगे, हालांकि उसकी इंग्लिश भी यही होगी, खिड़कियां बंद कर दी गई. The windows were closed. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सेंटेंस है. अलग कॉन्टेक्स्ट में इसी सेंटेंस का इंग्लिश हिंदी होगा खिड़कियां बंद कर दी गई. The windows were closed. और यहाँ क्या हिंदी होगी बेटा? खिड़कियां बंद थी. The windows were closed. And that's why in this sentence closed is an adjective. The windows were closed.
And the air conditioning was on.
And the air conditioning was on. What is the part of a speech of the word on? What is the part of a speech of on? Adjective. Adjective nahi bolte. Adjective. D is silent. Adjective. The correct pronunciation is adjective. So on is an adjective here. When I say on the table, then on is a preposition. But here the air conditioning was on. The air conditioning was off. The glass is on. The glass is off. Again, we have here adjectives on, okay?
Bond switched it off.
Bond switched it off. अब ये off का adjective मत समझ लेना. Switch off एक verb है. Bond switched it off. Bond switched it on. ये switch on verb है. किसी चीज को चालू करना. Turn on, switch on. Turn on, switch on. Bond turned it on. Bond turned it off. Bond switched it on. Bond switched it on.
And opened the windows.
And opened the windows. He turned it off. He turned off the AC and opened the windows. How many of you here don't like AC so much and you feel a little uncomfortable and you prefer natural wind, natural air, you know? You like to open the windows rather than keep the AC on. You are one of those. You prefer the AC. So you didn't understand my question. First try to understand what I'm asking and then answer with conviction. Okay, don't be in the confusion about what you're saying, what the question is. First try and understand the question. Take your time. It's totally all right. Take your time, understand. So there are some people, they don't like the AC. When the AC is on, they would prefer to turn it off and open the windows of their car, of their room, their office. They don't enjoy being in AC. They enjoy being in natural air. Are you one of those people? You keep the window open. Yeah. And in the rooms, you like this. You don't mind this. Yeah. Me too. But if some ACs are pretty good. Some ACs smell a little bit. If the ACs have a smell, then of course I don't like them at all. But I'm cool, I'm okay. I don't mind actually. But if you ask me what I do, Then I liked sleeping on the roof. However, this year I couldn't sleep on the roof very often. Don't know, for some silly reasons, I don't know. I couldn't sleep this year. Now the rainy season has started, and after this, the winter will come. I don't think I'm going to sleep on the roof many nights this year. But last year I slept on the roof very frequently. Actually, I prefer it. I feel much better when I wake up in the morning when I've slept on the roof. The temperature is pretty good. You know, when you sleep in low temperature, then your body relaxes better. And when you wake up in the morning, you're full of energy. Sleeping on the roof, I've been saying on the roof, on the roof, on the roof. So it was your duty to notice this pattern. As a language learner, you are supposed to notice the words I use, the phrases I use. That's your only job as a learner. When you're sitting there and when I'm talking to you, constantly you should be thinking, sir, use this word, sir, use that word. Pay attention to these things. If you take English for granted, this is what happens. If you focus on the message, meaning only, on the meanings, because I sit on the roof, did I not? That this year I didn't sleep on the roof many nights, many very frequently I didn't. I said on the roof 2, 3 times. And you ended up saying next moment in the roof. Now on the roof. And anyway, why should it be strange? हिंदी में भी तो वही है क्या छत पर कि छत में तो फिर इंग्लिश क्या होनी चाहिए on the roof. So you have to develop a habit. कोई आपको आज तक रोका है जैसे मैं टोकता हूँ नहीं यही सारी बात आपको हैबिट डेवलप करनी होगी to watch your words, what you're saying. Be careful. Notice, observe, think. It will slow down. It will slow you down at first. जब आप कई बार स्टूडेंट्स अनहैप्पी फील करते हैं मेरे क्लास में क्यों मेरे क्लास में आने से पहले उनकी राय होती है मैं बहुत अच्छा इंग्लिश बोल रहा हूँ और मेरे पास आने के बाद मैं उनको बार बार टोकता हूँ फ्रस्ट्रेट होते हैं ये फ्रस्ट्रेट होना इज नॉट अ गुड आइडिया आपको कट डाउन करनी है अपनी स्पीच सो दैट यू कैन लर्न बेटर ओके there are people who speak very fast English. Don't forget that lady in our class, Sunita. Okay, she spoke very fast, but she was often very wrong. So be careful. Yes, baby. So what was your statement? You were on the roof. You're right. Yeah, and sometimes you need the fan on the roof too. When it is very humid, there's no wind blowing, then you don't really enjoy sleeping on the roof. You need to be, uh, you need to have your, fan next to you. No, we don't have a problem with mosquitoes. We never sleep without mosquito net on the roof. You always have a mosquito net. When you have a mosquito net, there is no mosquito. They don't get inside. You don't use mosquito nets? No. Wait.
Very bad and one have that face.
Yes, sometimes it's a big challenge how to hang the mosquito net, on the roof because the walls are very far away, you know. Uh, you have to find a way, and we do. We sometimes put a tin full of sand and we put bamboo inside, so that becomes our, support for the mosquito nets.
I had on the roof at my cabin.
Yeah.
I live in Bali.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Bond switched it off and opened the windows. His heart was still thumping in his chest.
His heart was still thumping in his chest.
So thumping means very clear here. A loud voice thump. His heart was thumping in his chest. It means his heart was beating louder or normal. Louder than normal, not normal. Louder than normal. His heart was thumping in his chest.
He breathed in the air with
He breathed in the air with relief. He breathed. Read the word breathed. Past tense. He breathed in the air with relief. It's an easy sentence to understand. He breathed in the air with relief.
relief. Then he had a shower and went to bed.
Do you sometimes have a shower before bed? In summers, no. We sleep better. Yeah. He had a shower and went to bed.
At 3:30, Bond suddenly woke up.
Okay, this line is not here. Yeah, this line is not here. Okay? Compare.
There was a noise.
There was a noise. And the sentence here is at 3:30 he was dreaming. Not very peacefully. Sometimes you dream peacefully, and sometimes you dream not very peacefully. So when you're not dreaming peacefully, is it a good dream or a bad dream? Bad dream, obviously, right? That's why you're not breathing, not dreaming peacefully. He was dreaming, not very peacefully, of three black-coated men. Black-coated men means men in black coats. Three men in black coats. Three black-coated men. Yeah. I would like to help you here. Black-coated. Okay, it means those men were in black coats. If I say three hatado, a long-legged woman, matlab, yeah, exactly. A thin-lipped girl, say it. The thin-lipped girl, a girl with thin lips, a thin-lipped girl, spelling a thin, T-H-I-N, lipped, L-I-P-P-E-D, lipped girl. चौड़े नाक वाला आदमी, a broad nosed man, a broad nosed man, yeah. Blue आंखों वाला लड़का, a blue eyed boy. However, blue eyed boy is an idiomatic expression too. Okay, a blue eyed boy. A full lipped woman, a full lipped woman, a woman with thin lips. Opposite of thin lips is full lips. There's a little bit of a nuance here. Look, if the lips are rather thick and if they don't look good, you will not call them full lips. Full lips are not thin, but they look beautiful. Then I said a full-lipped woman. A full-lipped woman. Do you like Priyanka Chopra? Is she beautiful in your opinion? If she is, then you can definitely call her a full-lipped woman. But if you look at her and you say, she looks ugly. Full-lipped is a positive expression, okay? So, thick-lipped, thick-lipped, thin-lipped, thick-lipped, full-lipped. There's difference in nuance. Thin-lipped, everybody understands. But full-lipped means beautiful. Thick-lipped, not so beautiful, actually. Yes, I didn't want to say that because it would sound a little racist, okay? But yeah, fine. All right, let's move on. We people in India don't like the way Africans look. We make jokes about them, Africans. Yeah, broad-nosed, thick-lipped. Okay, a big-eyed girl. A big-eyed girl. In Hindi, बड़ी वाली, बड़ी आंखों वाली लड़की. Big-eyed girl. Okay. Exactly. So you can use body parts with D and they can work as adjectives. Adjectives. Yeah. So, three black-coated men with red eyes and angry white teeth. And angry white teeth. He was dreaming of three black-coated men with white. Suddenly he woke up.
It was coming from the window.
There was a noise. It was coming from the window.
Someone was moving behind the curtain.
Someone was moving behind it. Someone was moving behind it.
Mary, good night.
James Bond took his gun from under his pillow. James Bond took his gun from under his pillow. Pillow नहीं बोलना, डबल एल देख के पिल्लो मत कर लेना. डबल कोई भी डबल कॉन्सोनेंट दो बार प्रोनाउंस नहीं होता, लिखा जा. प्रोनाउंस एक ही बार होता है. पिलो. From under his pillow. He took his gun. Bond took his gun from under his pillow. Got quietly out of bed. Got quietly out of bed. धीरे से चुपके से. Quietly got out of bed. He got quietly out of bed and crept slowly. Crept. Creep means to move with your hands and legs mainly. That's why we call them creepy crawlies. कीड़ा मकोड़ा को क्या बोलते हैं? Creepy crawlies. Because they creep, they crawl. So creepy crawlies. Creep and crawl both are movement words, right? Creep मतलब basically move करना अपने चारों हाथ पैर से, right? Creep. All right. Crept is the V2. Crept is the V2 of creep. He crept slowly along the wall. Along the wall. Along the wall. In a physical class, it's very easy for me to demonstrate this. Okay, maybe I will turn around my camera for you guys to see. One student, you, Aspersh, go and move quite slowly along the wall. Yeah, go.
What the hell are you doing here?
Quick, James!
And this way. You're going out of the picture. Yeah. He's moving along the wall. Along the wall. Thank you. Got it. Okay. Got it. He was moving along the wall. And here, James Bond crept along the wall. He crept along the wall towards the window. Towards the window. Someone was breathing heavily. Someone was breathing heavily. Like this. This is called breathing heavily. You can hear their breathing. That's called breathing heavily. Someone was breathing heavily behind the curtain. Bond pulled it back with one quick movement. Bond pulled it back with one quick movement. With one quick movement. He pulled it back. He pulled the curtain back with one quick movement. Repeat. Bond. नीचे नहीं देखना होता भाई. Repeat मतलब होता है यहाँ ले जाना. Bond pulled it back with one quick movement. हाँ, करते हुए याद भी नहीं करना होता है, रट्टा भी नहीं मारना होता है, महसूस करना होता है. Bond pulled it back, pulled the curtain back with one big quick movement, okay, like this. Mary, good night. What the hell are you doing here? Golden hair shone in the moonlight. Golden hair shone in the moonlight. Shone is the V2 of shine. Shone is the V2 of shine. If you don't know the V2 of irregular verbs, it will always be a challenge. Learn. Oh, I haven't yet given you those pages, extra pages. Not yet. I've got them though. Where are they? I've kept them somewhere. Okay. Hopefully on Monday you guys will get extra pages for your main book. You can insert them, undoing the spiral. And yeah, there will be a list on the last page of irregular verbs. There will be V2 and V3 forms. They're important. Shine, shone. Golden hair shone in the moonlight.
Help me in.
Mary, good night. Born cursed. Born cursed. To curse means हिंदी में क्या पढ़ा था बचपन? श्राप देना. ये श्राप दिया उसको. So yes, one meaning को परमा हर चीज नहीं समझ लेना चाहिए. दिक्कत ये बचपन की पढ़ाई की कि जो एक मीनिंग बताते हैं ना उसको हमारा दिमाग सब कुछ मान लेता है. उसके बाद कुछ रहा नहीं जानने के लिए. Curse means to use bad language, foul language, to say harsh things, insulting things. Okay? Curse. Yeah. Mary, good night. What the hell are you doing here? Now, using the word hell is considered rude. Okay? What the hell are you doing here? Because you guys were not part of the elementary course, you wouldn't know. But those who studied in the elementary course, they should know. There was this expression, where on earth are you? Where on earth are you? So on earth is also an intensifier. When we ask simply, kahan ho? Where are you? Are ho kahan yaar tum? Now there is more intensity in this question. So how do you catch that intensity in English? How do you express that intensity in English? By using the phrase, where on earth
On
are
earth
you?
and hell.
Yes, there are
Hell
quite
on
a few options actually, but let's only stick to these two to that, okay? Where on earth are you? Where the hell are you? तुम लेट क्यों हुआ? Why are you late? तुम लेट क्यों हुआ रे? Now more intensity. Why the hell are you late today? Okay, why on earth are you late? So these phrases on earth and the hell have no literal translation. They just show intensity of emotions. Got it? Where the hell are you? Who the hell are you to interfere in my personal matter? Who the hell are you? Now this has more intensity than who are you? Understand? Who on earth are you? This is, again, the hell sounds rude, but this is what people use, okay? If you don't want to sound rude, you can use on earth. Some people don't use the hell, they say the heck. Where the heck are you? Who the heck are you? Instead of hell. Sometimes what happens, when a word is rude, then they change the spelling a little bit, and that's it. For example, A double S. It's a rude word for a body part. Okay? If you don't pay me back tomorrow, I'm gonna kick your A double S. Okay, that is rude. Okay? So some people who want to convey that message without sounding rude, instead of using A double S E, they will use ARSE in the writing. And the meaning is the same. They change the spelling a little bit. ARS. Okay. And it is not as rude as A double S. Similarly, HELL Instead of using HELL, they will use HECK. And it's okay. It's not as rude as HELL. That's what I'm saying. The expression actually is go to hell. Go to hell. But again, some people don't want to sound rude, so they change the spelling a little bit. Yeah. If you, leave it. This much is enough. You know that there are some words which are rude. You don't want to use those words in your writing, in your speaking. So you change the spelling slightly so that people understand you're saying that word, but it is not that word. Well, idiots. Okay. Next. Where were we? What the hell are you doing here? Very good night. What the hell are you doing here?
Oh my God!
I'm terribly sorry, James.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, James. Now, terribly. It is an adverb. Sorry is an adjective. You need to know this. Very important. I am sorry. I am happy. I am sad. I am excited. I am angry. I am whatever. These are all adjectives. They talk about how you're feeling. Okay? Sorry is also an adjective. I am terribly sorry, James.
Shh, shh.
Shh, shh, don't speak. He quickly led her across the room. He quickly led her. Led is the V2 of
No.
lead. It's all right, no worries. Nobody is getting points for giving the right answer. You know, it's not one of those classes where students can feel, I gave the right answer. It doesn't matter. Don't worry, relax. You need to know. Led is the V2 of lead. Lead. Someone who leads is a leader. Someone who leads is a leader. Not every politician is a leader. Not every politician is a leader. And there are a lot of leaders, they are not politicians. Every teacher is a leader. I hope so. They lead society. Now, in the right direction, in the wrong direction, it is up to them. Okay? Because they're training young minds. So, what they say, what they teach, will have an impact. So, we are leaders. Okay. He quickly led her across the room to the bathroom. Across the room means from this side to the other side. Across the room, across the garden, across the field means from one side to the other side. Across the river. He swam across the river within 5 minutes. He swam across the river within 5 minutes. What does it mean? We went from one side of the river to the other side of the river within 5 minutes. Across the room, from one side to the other side. He quickly led her across the room to the bathroom. So it was, whose idea was it that they should sit in the bathroom and talk? James Bond's idea. Okay, because he thought that was safer, Why? Because why did he choose to go to the bathroom? You tell me.
Yes.
You've already listened to the audio and now you're not answering. I always ask very obvious questions, easy questions, questions that are not very difficult to answer. Yeah. Yeah.
He already knew before Mary could not tell him that man is
Why did he go to the bathroom? Why did he take her to the bathroom?
because of the man.
Okay, so how does it matter? Yes, there was a man. Then what? She's not being direct. She's not being precise about the answer. Yes, there was a man. So how does it help going to the bathroom?
Will
Why not in the bedroom where he was? He was in the room, bedroom. Now, if he knew there was a man in his bedroom, he would go to sleep. Huh? You're not making sense at all. So come on, guys, tell me, why did James Bond choose to go to the bathroom to talk to Mary Goodnight?
To keep their conversation secret.
To keep their conversation
Secret.
so that people couldn't hear their conversation.
So
How?
nobody
He
here.
decided to turn on the tap. He turned on the tap. When in the bathroom you turn on the tap or the shower, there is a little bit of noise because of that. And if you whisper inside the bathroom, people outside cannot hear over that noise of the water. They cannot hear what you're saying over that noise. Over that noise. उस आवाज के चक्कर में बीच में इंग्लिश में ओवर बोल रहा हूँ क्या ध्यान आई सर वो टीवी चल रहा था ना तो आपका फोन का रिंग नहीं सुने सर हम I could not hear the phone ring over the TV noise. आप because of the TV noise बोल सकते हैं, no problems, no issues. But वो वजह बता दी और उसके ऊपर मतलब कि उस वो आवाज कवर कर लिया उसको ये बताना चाहिए. Okay. Yeah. So he decided to go to the bathroom because he wanted to keep his conversation private. He didn't want anybody to hear the conversation. And to ensure this, ये पक्का करने के लिए ऐसा हो, to ensure this, he turned on the tap before he started his conversation with Mary Goodnight. Did he do that or not? बताया ना लैंग्वेज लर्नर्स के होने के लिए क्या क्या चीजें करनी है. वोकैबुलरी पे ध्यान दो, वर्ड्स पे ध्यान दो और बाकी सारी चीजें एकदम कॉमन सेंस रहेंगी. ठीक है, टेक अ लुक. He turned on the light. First he turned on the light, then the shower. Why did he turn on the shower? He wanted to have a shower with Mary Goodnight. Then why did he turn on the shower? Because he wanted their conversation not to go out of the bathroom. ये सब कौन ध्यान देगा इक्षा? एक तस्वीर दिखाई उसमें 10 डिटेल्स है, तुमने मुझे 3 बताया, 7 और कौन बताएगा? फोकस करो बेटा. Okay?
What the hell are you doing here?
What the hell are you doing here? They sat down together on the side of the bath. You can see that in the photos as well. They sat down together on the side of the bath. Bond asked again, what the hell are you doing here?
What's the matter?
What's the matter? What's the problem? What's the matter?
James, I was so worried.
James, I was so worried. When you listen to them talk, what do you feel? James Bond is annoyed that she was there. And the way she talks, as if she's madly in love with that man. Now, every time she says, James, can you feel it or it is just my imagination? Every time she says James, it sounds like, he's so important to her.
A most immediate message.
James, I was so worried. A most immediate message. What kind of message? What kind of message? Most immediate. Inverted commas. Most immediate. This is the classification. Now, when you work for a spy company, spy agency, not company, spy agency, some messages are more important than other messages. So they have categorization, names given. A most immediate message. It must be delivered no matter what, because it is most immediate. Okay, it is in that category, most immediate category. A most immediate message came from HQ this evening. Take a look at capital M, capital I. What does it say to you? A most immediate message and the capital M, capital I. It is the classification. I told you classification, you understand? you know, but नाम देते ये वाला category का ये category का, right? So the most immediate message. What kind of message? Most immediate. A most immediate message came from HQ this evening. HQ headquarters, right, beta? Headquarters this evening. A top KGB man. KGB is the spy agency of Russia, USSR actually. KGB. You know, Putin, the president there, he was also a KGB, you know, served in KGB. He worked for KGB. American spy agency is called. One is FBI and the other is called
CIA.
CIA. All right, thank you. CIA is the spy agency. FBI investigates the cases there. All right, any crime that happens. CIA is involved in other countries, what's going on, how they can protect the interest of America. India also has CBI, which investigates the cases in India, right? RAW, we have our investigating agency, you know. We also send our men across the world to safeguard India's interests, to safeguard India's interests. मतलब क्या हुआ? भारत के हित में क्या है वो चीज इंश्योर करने के लिए we also have our raw agents, right? The raw, kacha. I know it is pronounced. The full form is research and analysis wing. But मैं उसका मजाक बना रहा हूँ raw कच्चा raw agent कच्चा agent. Okay. I imagine a world, again, I should not use the word just imagine. I should say I fantasize a world where people do not need such agencies. Countries don't need spy agencies. They don't feel insecure. They, like Bihar and UP, do they have spy agencies against each other? No, because they feel they are part of the same country, they are united. So why can't we be united? You know, the whole of us, the whole world. There is a beautiful song called Imagine by a famous singer and composer. I forgot his name. John
Justin.
Lennon. John Lennon. He was one of the Beatles. Beatles was a very old band in 1970s or 60s mainly. They performed together in the 60s. They were very, very successful. And one of them was particularly famous, John Lennon, one of the founding members. And when Beatles broke down, means they rather broke up, they were separated. Then John Lennon wrote this song, Imagine. And in this song, he talks about a world where people are united, people are not insecure, people are not fighting with each other. They don't care about borders, they don't care about religion, they don't care about nationality, because we humans can become one. It is possible. We can all become one. But I think what he misunderstood, yes, borders can be overlooked, religion can be overlooked, but how can you overlook languages? People are very emotionally attached to their languages. Languages also divide us. In India, sometimes Tamil and North Indians get into war situation, we don't want to see each other sometimes because of language only. Our language is also our identity. So I think the world will be united, but not very soon. It will take a lot of time. For that, all the world has to speak one language. English is definitely becoming the link language, but some people resent English. कुछ लोग इंग्लिश से नफरत करते हैं. They resent English. आपने सोचा होगा hate मतलब होता है, लेकिन resent मतलब होता है मेरी भाषा क्यों नहीं वहां पर, ये भाषा क्यों? They have that feeling. Yeah. A lot of people, a lot of Indians think Hindi should be the world language. Some people think Arabic should be world language. Some people think Chinese should be world language. Some people think Spanish should be world language. So a lot of people have that feeling towards English. And it is a feeling of, we call it chauvinism. अपने आप को बेहतर मानना, इसको क्या कहते हैं? Chauvinism. ऐसे normal है तो ठीक है, it's okay. But हर चीज जो अपनी है बेहतर है, that feeling is chauvinism. Just because अपनी है इसलिए बेहतर है, कोई reason नहीं कि बेहतर है. मेरा बेटा सबसे अच्छा लगता है, क्या मेरा बेटा है ना इसलिए, that is chauvinism. मेरा देश सबसे अच्छा है, मेरा देश है ना इसीलिए, कोई रीजन नहीं. chauvinism. मेरा धर्म सबसे अच्छा, क्यों? मेरा धर्म है ना इसलिए. chauvinism. So human beings have one big problem. We are chauvinistic. To control this chauvinism is not easy for a lot of people. And that's why we get into wars, we get into fights, we get into battles, because people are chauvinistic. If people give up their chauvinism, there will be less fights. But it's not easy. If you feel proud of your own abilities, that's okay. But when anything that is associated with you, anything that is related to you becomes good in your opinion just because of that association, because of that relation, then you are a chauvinist. Everything that belongs to me is good. It means you are a chauvinist.
I was AI when I asked for
About fun.
and I asked
What is fun?
asked for fun. Then I got one that if they remove I from face, then it is fish.
If we remove I from
Fish,
fish, then it will become fish. Okay,
not I.
fun. Okay. Okay, got it. All right. Okay. Good. अच्छा है, तुम सही जगह हो. मैं बस यही करूंगा तुम्हें मोटिवेट, बाकी तुम खुद करते रहो. Talk in English. I only talk in English. Yes, good. You have a bright future. Don't worry. You will be considered a fluent English speaker when you are grown up. You will get there. Well, continue, guys. I know, we're a top KGB man, KGB, just like RAW, just like CIA, KGB is also a spy agency, okay?
Came from HQ this evening. A top KGB man using the name Hendrik
And you can see in the background the noise of the shower, okay? He's a smart person.
is staying in this hotel.
Is staying, a top KGB man, using the name Hendrix. Not that his name is Hendrix, using the name Hendrix. He's staying in this hotel.
He knows you're here.
He knows you are here.
He's looking for
He's
you.
looking for you. He knows you are here.
I know.
I know.
Hendrix is here, all right.
Hendrix is here, all right.
So is a gunman called Scaramanga.
So is a gunman called Scaramanga. So James Bond already has more information than the information she brought. She brought only information about Hendrix. Hendrix is here and he's looking for you. And he says, I know. Hendrix is here. But there is another person. So is a gunman. So is a gunman means a gunman is also here. So is a gunman called Scaramanga. So he has more information. Mary Goodnight's information did not help him. If you realize, right? He already had collected this information.
Mary, did HQ say if they have a description of?
Now, this sentence is important. Mary, did HQ say if they have a description of me? I want your focus on that two-letter word if. What does if means? देखो.
Yeah.
If means not agar, okay? not yadi. If is a conjunction here. It is a conjunction here, which means yes or no. Yes or no. When you ask a yes no question, for example, do they have a photo of me? Do they have a? The answer can be yes. The answer can be no. So did HQ say if they have a description of? Can you wait for a second? I'm getting wrong. Just a second. Hello? Hello? Good evening. मकसूद आप हमेशा कॉल करते हैं ऐसे टाइम में जब मैं बिजी रहता हूँ. आप मुझे 9 बजे कॉल करिए रात में. ओके? Did HQ say if they have a description of me? There are two sentences. HQ said, do they have a description of me? And you have to bring them together. Let me give an example. सर ने पूछा, सर asked, एक हो गया. क्या तुम खुश हो? Are you happy? अब इसको जोड़ के बोलना है. सर ने पूछा कि क्या तुम खुश हो? Sir asked me if I was happy or I am. Okay? Sir asked me if I was happy. ये if कहाँ से आ गया? वो yes no है ना? If के जगह whether भी यूज कर सकते. क्या यूज कर सकते हो? Whether. Okay? Sir asked me whether I was happy. Let's have some more examples. तुम्हारा नहीं है पटिया में जाए मैं. Suppose a friend called you, asked you, are you coming to the party? Are you going to the party? कुछ भी depending on वो काम के हिसाब से. तो आप किसी को बताओगे मम्मी फलनमा का फोन था वो पूछ रहा था कि हम जाएंगे कि नहीं. क्या कहते हो? जाएं. XYZ called me to ask. आगे बोलो. If I am going to the party. Got it? तो if का यहाँ पर क्या है मकसद समझ गए? Yes or no. So did HQ say if they have a description of me? Description. I hope everybody knows the word description. When you describe someone, the things you say are called description. Suppose I describe Bihar Sharif is a small town, there are very interesting people, and the roads are not very wide, and most of them are dirty as well. So all these things that I'm saying, these things are a description of Bihar Sharif, because I'm describing Bihar Sharif. Got it? You said my teacher of English, he's in his 40s, he's got gray hair, all white, looks a little strange for an Indian man. And, he's not very tall, he's not very fat either. Ye sab kya hai? What is it? It is a description of me. Right? You are giving a description of. Got it? Because you are describing me. So you are giving a description. Okay. Suppose किसी आपने मेरे बारे में किसी को कुछ बताया सर ऐसे दिखते हैं वैसे दिखते हैं और वो आया और आके कह रहा सर you don't match the description XYZ gave. You don't match the description. मुझे जो मेरे फ्रेंड ने डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया था वो हम मैच नहीं कर. यानी he did not describe me correctly, right? Do they have a description of me?
No, they don't.
No, they don't. They don't have a description of me.
They just have your name.
They just have your name. They just have your name.
Secret Agent James Bond.
Secret Agent James Bond.
Thanks, Mary. Now, I must get you out of
I
here.
must get you out of here. I must get you out of here. मुझे तुम्हें यहाँ से निकालना होगा. मुझे तुम्हें यहाँ से निकालना. I must get you out of here. तुम मुझे यहाँ से निकालो यार. You must get me out of. तुम मुझे निकालो यहाँ से. कैसा बोलेंगे? You must get me out of here.
Don't worry about
Don't
me.
worry about me.
Just tell HQ that you gave me the message.
Just tell HQ that you gave me the message. Okay?
Okay?
Okay, James. Please take care, James.
Please take care, James. Mary Goodnight stood up and looked into his eyes. Please take care, James. तुम्हारे बिना मेरा क्या होगा? Please take care, James.
Sure. Sure.
अरे भागना. This is what it means. Okay? Sure. Sure.
Now, come on.
Bond turned off the shower. Bond turned off the shower and opened the bathroom. He turned off the shower and opened the bathroom door. Now, come on. Suddenly, a voice came from the darkness of the bedroom. Suddenly, a voice came from the darkness of the room. Darkness. From the darkness of the room, a voice came. What was the voice? This is not your lucky day, Mr.
This is not your lucky day, Mr. Bond. Come here, both of you,
Come here, both of you, and put your hands up.
and put your hands up.
बचपन में बदमाशी करने लगा तुतलाते ना.
Scaramanga walked to the door
Walk to the door.
and turned on the lights. His golden gun was pointing directly at James Bond.
So this guy was Scaramanga, and you can see in the shadow here, watermark James Bond here as well.
We often go Russia and China for and there's a Chinese book.
Yeah, exactly. You notice the Chinese boat, Chinese restaurant, Chinese letters, right? Yeah, perhaps he's in China. Yeah. It's all about noticing, beta. What is learning? Learning is all about observation of smaller details. If you can observe smaller details than other people, it means you are sharper. And it also means you are more interested.
Also, my drawing skills.
You can give whatever explanation you want, that's all right. But intelligence is all about having sharper observation, minute observation. You can observe more minutely than other people, you are more intelligent. Every situation in life, subjects, studies, everywhere. That's intelligence. Now, we read the story. You can match the lines and the pictures. Why would we do this? क्या करना? मकसद क्या इस exercise का? Number 5. Read the story and match the lines and the pictures. What's the point? क्या फायदा? बताओ. As a learner, मैं तुम्हें challenge करता हूँ. बताओ, इस exercise का point क्या है? What is the purpose of this exercise?
Make us more visual.
इसका पर्पस एक है. ये जो वर्ड्स है ना इंग्लिश में लिखे हुए, इनके साथ एक बार और वक्त बीतते तुम्हारा ऑब्जर्व करते हुए इनको, क्योंकि वो वर्ड्स पढ़ोगे तभी तो कहोगे कि लाइन मैच कर रहा है इस पिक्चर से. तो बेसिकली वी वांट यू टू रीड द स्टोरी मोर केयरफुली सो दैट यू कैन बिकम मोर फेमिलियर विद द वर्ड ऑर्डर. ठीक है, चलो मेरी तरफ देखते हुए, एंड माय ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग ऑनेस्टी, डोंट चीट एंड आंसर. मेरी तरफ देखते हुए, मैं नीचे, वो मेरी तरफ देखते हुए, वो मेरी तरफ देखते हुए है. गजब करते हो. मतलब जो मैंने कहा उसका जस्ट उल्टा क्यों? हाँ, मेरी तरफ देखते हुए. सर जी बोलो. उसने कौन से वर्ड से उसने जो चैन की सांस ली वाले वर्ड्स को अरेंज करो दिमाग में. क्या था वो बुक में? क्या था? क्या सुना वो? उसने होटल में घुसा, खोला खिड़की और चैन की सांस ली. कैसे लिखा था? ही नहीं लिखा है. इसीलिए वो पढ़ना है और मैच करना पिक्चर से, ताकि उन वर्ड ऑर्डर के साथ थोड़े और फेमिलियर बन सको. तुम्हें लैंग्वेज लर्निंग का एल नहीं पता है, कुछ नहीं. तुम लोग सिर्फ 10 साल 8 साल में थोड़ा बहुत सीखते हो, इसलिए उसको नहीं माना जा सकता लैंग्वेज लर्निंग. लैंग्वेज लर्निंग में 2 साल 2.5 साल में इंसान एक नए लैंग्वेज में फ्लुएंट तो नहीं बोलूंगा, लेकिन कम पहुंच जाता है, इंटरमीडिएट लेवल तक पहुंच जाता है. 2-2.5 साल में। यहाँ 10 साल घिसते हैं हम लोग स्कूल में सारे सब्जेक्ट्स इंग्लिश में पढ़ के, तो हम लोग थोड़ा बहुत इंग्लिश समझते हैं, बोलना तो दूर की बात। तो इसलिए लैंग्वेज लर्निंग नहीं कहते उसको। 2-2.5 साल, लाइक आई सेड, 2-2.5 साल में इंटरमीडिएट लेवल पहुंच। इंटरमीडिएट लेवल मतलब अच्छी खासी बातचीत कर सकते, कोई नई भाषा कोशिश करते, वो होती है सीखने की क्षमता। आप लोग अगर कोई नई भाषा सीखेंगे, जिस तरीके से सीखते हैं आप इंग्लिश, आप कुछ ना कर पाए। 2-2.5 साल के बाद भी आप एक लाइन ना बोल पाए उस भाषा में। जिस तरीके से आप इंग्लिश सीखते हैं वैसे अगर सीखे तो आप वैसे नहीं सीखेंगे। आप जब भी कोई सिखाएगा आपको जर्मन, चाइनीज, कोई भी लैंग्वेज, वैसे नहीं सिखाएगा जैसे आप इंग्लिश सीखे, वैसे नहीं। बहुत इंटेंसिटी होगी सीखने में, उसमें आपको बहुत मेहनत और टाइम देना पड़ेगा। सेंटेंस किसी को याद आ रहा है? He breathed in the air with relief. क्या था फ्रेज? He breathed in the air with relief. तो ये करना है तुम्हें, ये है तुम्हारा मकसद पढ़ने का। एक्सरसाइज 5 का मकसद ये, पर्पस ये। क्या मतलब होता है लाइन मैच करो पिक्चर से? तुम्हें नहीं पता कौन सा लाइन किस पिक्चर से मैच होगा? कर लोगे? तो करने का मकसद क्या है? While you are doing it, you pay attention to the words. कैसे अरेंज हुए हैं वर्ड्स। मैंने हिंदी दे दी थी तुम्हें, तुम्हें पता था यही सेंटेंस था, लेकिन तुम नहीं बोल पाए बिकॉज ये इंटेंसिटी नहीं थी तुम्हारे रीडिंग में कि तुम उसको ऑब्जर्व कर सको। एम आई राइट रॉन्ग? अब समझ में आया करना क्या इस बुक के साथ? एक्सरसाइजेस खत्म करके बुक फेंक नहीं देना है। यू हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम दीज पेजेस, फ्रॉम दीज सेंटेंसेस। So read again and again. Yes, you can play the audio too. With intensity, वो सारे words arrange करे दिमाग में हम, अच्छा ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे। It will take time. इन्हीं की कल करेंगे तो परसों फ्लुएंट हो जाएंगे, ऐसा नहीं हो कि कल मेहनत कर लेंगे परसों बेहतर हो जाएगी इंग्लिश। नो, बट यू नीड टू डू इट। Exercise 6, everyone. Are the sentences true or false? Do it now. Tick or cross only. Just tick or cross. Read and decide whether the sentences are true or false. If they're true, tick them. If they're false, cross them. Good. Do it again. Good. Okay, let's check which are true, which are false. Number 1 is true or false?
False.
James Bond felt happy to be back in his hotel room, and you said it is false. He didn't feel happy. Didn't he feel breathe in the air with relief? And what does that mean? What is going on? When he breathed in the air with relief, he wasn't happy. This sentence is true or false? Obviously true. Number 2, Bond was dreaming about Mary Goodnight.
No. False.
False.
Mary Goodnight is not so lucky. Number 3, a man with a gun woke Bond at 3:30 a.m.
False.
False.
False. Bond was very pleased to see Mary Goodnight.
False.
Again,
False.
she's not that lucky. Bond's gun went off while he was pulling Mary through the window.
True.
False. They talked while the shower was going.
True.
False.
Bond knew that. Why did you think it was wrong? Wasn't the shower going? I thought. मुझे लगा. Have you crossed? Why did you cross? It was just a slip of pencil. Okay. They talked while the shower was going. Yes. And Bond knew that Hendrix was looking for him. Yeah. And Bond was trying to help Mary get out of the hotel.
True.
Oh, इसका क्या मतलब वो शम्स? हिंदी कर दो इसका. Bond was trying to help Mary get out of the hotel. जो जोर से बोलना है, यहाँ तक आवाज आनी चाहिए. होटल से बाहर निकलने के लिए मदद करने की कोशिश की. He was trying. वो कर रहा था कोशिश. नहीं कर रहा था. तो फिर why is it false? क्या करते हो? कुछ भी. मैं यहाँ उम्मीद नहीं कर रहा था कि तुम ये डिसीजन लेने में गलत होगी. Anybody. Okay? I was just not expecting that. I don't know. He was trying to help her get out of the hotel. He said that. Now I must get you out of the room. I must get you out of the room. क्या था वो? हम तुमको निकालते हैं यहाँ से बाहर. निकालने का मतलब क्या था? वो लात मार के निकालने वाला सोचते हैं क्या? वो हस्बैंड वाइफ के बीच होता है. Sorry for that bad joke, guys. Okay. Now look at these 8 sentences. You know which are false. You are going to respond to those false sentences. Just saying they're false is not enough. You're going to respond to them. Correct them. Correct them. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Correct the false sentence. Bond was dreaming about Mary Goodnight. Your response? No. तुम लोग बच्चे वाला काम कर रहे हो. पहले नेगेटिव करोगे उसको ताकि तुम्हारी लैंग्वेज प्रैक्टिस हो. अब देखो उलट पलट हो जाएगा. He wasn't dreaming about Mary Goodnight. He wasn't dreaming about Mary Goodnight. He was dreaming about 3 black-coated men with red eyes and angry white teeth. Imagine. A man with a gun both bond at 3:30 a.m. It wasn't a man with a gun. It was a noise that was coming from outside the window.
window.
Someone was behind the curtain. मतलब बताना है, कोशिश करना है ऐसे, है ना? अभी एक्सरसाइज दोबारा करोगे, you know that, right, at home? This exercise 6. Bond was very pleased to see Mary Goodnight.
He was
No,
shocked.
he
He
wasn't.
wasn't
He was
happy.
not pleased.
If he were happy, he wouldn't curse. Why? What the hell are you doing? He would say, "Oh, Mary Goodnight. Oh, what a lovely surprise." Right? He didn't say.
Was shocked.
Yeah, he wasn't pleased. He was annoyed, not shocked. He was annoyed. Bond's gun went off while he was pulling Mary through the window.
No.
Then he heard a sound like
It was the wind. This is enough. Audio, text, फिर से पढ़ना. We will do this exercise on Monday as well. Okay? अच्छा, अब आप दोनों खास करके, because बाकी तो एक्टिव नहीं है तो उनको दोष नहीं दे सकते. आप दोनों मुझे बताइए. Book, close it book. सिर्फ इतना बोलना. जैसा मैं से मारना नहीं चाहता था, मेरी गन गलती से चल गई. I didn't want to kill him. Yeah, I did. हाँ, didn't want to kill him.
went off.
बस यही करना है तुम्हें, ठीक है? और यही रास्ता है. जो वर्ड फ्रेजेस आए तुम लोगों को उसको कैच कर लेना है अपने लाइफ में यूज करने के लिए. Sorry, Jess साहब, I had no intention of killing this guy. My gun went off by mistake, accidentally. My gun went off. Yeah,
By mistake.
गोली चल गई गलती से. My gun went off accidentally. So है ये सेंटेंस यहाँ पर सिर्फ इसलिए ताकि आप ये फ्रेज सीख सकें, और कुछ नहीं इसका मकसद है. आप हम लोग जो भी एक्सरसाइजेस करवाते हैं आपसे, द पर्पस इज वन, आपको वो फ्रेज का एक्सपोजर मिले, वो ग्रामर समझ में आए जो सामने लिखा है, बस और कुछ नहीं. नथिंग एल्स. ना ये जेम्स बॉन्ड काम आने वाला, ना कोई, राइट? ये सिर्फ थीम्स है हमारे लिए, सो दैट वी कैन होल्ड योर अटेंशन, होल्ड योर इंटरेस्ट. दैट्स इट. The main purpose is to help you become familiar with the grammar points of the English language points of the English language, and the vocabulary items of the English language. That's it. These are the only two purposes, and this is just the theme. And even in your class, when you go to school, all the books that you have, class 7, 8, 9, the stories, the poems, they are just the theme. The purpose is to make you familiar with the language points and the vocabulary items. That's it. That's always the purpose. Everything else is just the excuse, the theme, so that we can hold your interest. All right, guys. Homework for Monday. 1 page in the practice book. And we will continue with exercise 6 and 7 as well on this page here, and 1 page in the practice, the next page. I'll put that page in the group as well. Thank you for being here. And
Sir,
I'm trying to start at 6 o'clock sharp from Monday. I know I've been a little bit impunctual. Go
Sir,
on.
sorry for interrupting, but I put
No.
a picture in the group. Can you explain about the
You
sentence?
want me to explain a picture in the group?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me share this as well. Give me a second. You guys can see it now? You all I have. If you could learn me what fear is, you will give me 40. Okay. Well, I don't think this is normal English. You all I have. If you could learn me what fear is. Okay? This is not normal English. This is bad English. This is not standard English. That's why you couldn't understand this sentence. If you could learn me, if you could teach me, not if you could learn me. Understand? It's often misunderstood this word learn. Agar tum mujhe sikhao what fear is. Alright? This is a senseless sentence. Now, maybe this sentence has a meaning in another language and somebody has translated those words literally into English. For example, bullets are walking in the street. हिंदी बोलने वाले को समझ में आ गए बाहर जाना खतरे से खाली नहीं है क्योंकि
चल रही है
क्या चल रही है गोलियां चल रही है मतलब भी रिस्क है बाकी कभी किसी को नहीं पता चलेगा रिस्क है बुलेट्स आर वॉकिंग मतलब वॉक है तो इसको कहते हैं पिडजिन PIDGIN क्या कहते हैं पिडजिन इंग्लिश कई कई लैंग्वेजेस में ऐसा होता है कि वो जब इंग्लिश सीखते हैं तो अपने वर्ड्स को ट्रांसलेट कर देते हैं ऑल इज मोर इज याद है ना सब है और है ठीक है तो वो शब्द जो ट्रांसलेट कर देते हैं उसको पिडजिन कहते हैं कोई अच्छी चीज तो होती नहीं है पिडजिन ठीक है तो एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज बता दूं बिफोर आई लीव इंग्लिश में एक एक्सप्रेशन है लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी when you meet somebody after a long gap then you say this line long time no see. Now, this has no grammar of English because it is not an Indian English sentence. It is interesting because it is a pidgin sentence, English sentence, which has become part of normal English. It is translation of Chinese sentence in English, okay, word for word, or it has become part of standard English somehow, coincidentally, and everybody uses it today. Long time no see. जब आप किसी से बहुत दिन बाद मिलेंगे मुझसे 10 साल 8 साल बाद मिलना या 2 महीने 4 महीने बाद मिलना तो कहना लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी सर वेयर हैव यू बीन लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी ओके इट हैज नो मीनिंग वैसे लेकिन वही इट हैज बिकम ग्रामर से कोई इसका मीनिंग नहीं करता इसका मतलब बहुत दिन बाद मिले लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी okay it has no grammar English grammar this sentence does not follow in English grammar where did you get it
Sir, I was watching a story. Then I got the sentence.
Okay. Now this is not a standard English, so you don't need to try to understand this. You grown
Got
it totally. Bye-bye, everyone. See ya. Good night. Nice weekend, everyone.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Oh,
Bye, sir.
chat messages. Sorry, I didn't read. Yeah, and Ravi. Okay. Okay. All right. Got it. Got it, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.